Infinity Ward is a dev team that I have vouched for multiple times. I defend Call of Duty Ghosts, I defend Infinite Warfare, and I have made numerous reasons as to why I do those two things. I love the way they make Call of Duty, I love the feel of their games, the snappiness, the design, the detail, I love it all. And I think people are being reactionary and overly emotional when it comes to the reactions to Modern Warfare. I can tell this by the vague terms that people use. Camping, bad maps, mistaking things that are overused for being overpowered, not realizing if weapons like the M4A1 were to be nerfed, it would create a power vacuum that would immediately be filled by something like the Kilo 141, and we're back to square one. And buffing the other ARs would just make every other gun obsolete because the ARs are already so good. You can't bring them up to the M4's level, and you can't bring the M4 down without having some trade-offs. Some very meticulous balance needs to be done across multiple weapons, but no, everyone's just broad terms. This is OP, this map's bad, everyone's camping, nobody can agree on what camping is or isn't. I live stream and people call me camping because I'm overlooking the B flag with a mounted gun. Apparently I'm just supposed to, not defend my flag. Either way, there was vague complaints about Infinite Warfare, and there's still vague complaints about Call of Duty Ghosts that are just kind of along the lines of this bad, this broken, this pay to win, and in the face of facts or statistics, or at least an opposing view that's a little bit more technical than this good, this bad, no one has anything to say. At least in my experience over the last several years of being on YouTube and making consistent commentaries and always bringing this up. That being said, Infinity Ward is not perfect, and there is no better example than their handling of the double-barrel shotgun in Modern Warfare, the 792583267, the Olympia. I don't remember what its actual name is. The double-barrel shotgun originally in my head was going to be fine no matter what it was, because it's a two-shot shotgun. You fire two shots and are stuck in a reload animation if you want to fire again. So yeah, the damn thing should be powerful. But the Olympia in this game, and that's what we're calling it, the Olympia is not just powerful, it's overpowered. It's not overused, it's overpowered. In its category, nothing else compares. In close range engagements, you can kiss any semblance of a gunfight goodbye if the person is able to land a, volley of buckshot spread on you. And at a distance, mid-close range, if they're able to aim down sights and nail you twice, you are either going to be so close to death that they can nail you once with a 1911, or they're going to outright kill you. I have even been killed from full health down to 0 at a range where I would start to think that an SMG would be a better option than a shotgun, and yet I'm deleted from the game and they didn't even have to aim down sights, and their gun didn't even have to have any attachments on it. It's busted. If you don't think it is, you're wrong. This isn't up for debate. It's busted in too many different situations and scenarios, and I will not have any debates in my comment section as to whether or not it's broken or not. No, I'm not here just to bitch, but before I get to my actual solutions to the shotgun's problem, I want to point out that I am very disappointed in Infinity Ward for letting the shotgun be this good for this long. I am not a developer, but I will be damned if anyone can tell me a real reason that that shotgun couldn't have had a damage range reduction at any point now. Like, at any point. They were able to add these shooting range trials and take them out again without so much as a title update, but you're saying they cannot just say, this shotgun's damage range, which usually deals this much damage out to this range, is now reduced by like 50%. Nerf it into the ground until you can work it again. If you're not willing to vault weapons, Infinity Ward, nerf them into the ground and then fix them later so that people do not have the entire meta ruled by them. I have a problem with the M4 because it's incredibly easy to use, it's very good in its time to kill category, and it's very versatile. There's many different things they could do to the M4 to make it better without immediately filling that power vacuum with a Kilo 141 or an M13. ARs in Call of Duty are always very versatile and very good, but a recoil increase, a damage decrease on the M4 just to make the game run a little bit smoother in the weapon variety department would have been fantastic, but unfortunately they haven't done that yet. Now, them waiting for the big patch they're going to release in a couple weeks or in a week or whatever, so they can meticulously nerf and buff certain things and change other things around. No, this is ruining the game now for a while. It is November 3rd, the game came out on October 25th, and ever since people learned how to use the Olympia, gunfights have been hell at mid and close range. I don't want to push into Azure Cave. I don't want to try to take a building from a camper because they're going to use Overkill and an Olympia. I don't want to have to throw a grenade around every corner because there's an overpowered shotgun in the game. A lot of this game is about power positions, and shotguns were already going to be annoying enough without them being absolutely dominant in every case. The other problem you have, Infinity Ward, is you nerfed the shit out of slugs. Slugs do not go where your sight is. Go into a private match right now on Anya Palace or a larger map, aim at a wall and fire a slug. Not only is there drop on that slug, there is deviation left, right, and up and down. It has a cone where the slug might land. Why? A 2-shot slug rifle is not the worst thing to happen to your game. At least if I get hit by that, I know that the person couldn't just hip fire it at me and get a lucky shot. He had to, aim their gun, which is a crazy concept. But right now, you have the buckshot acting as if it's a goddamn slug shotgun. And even with the fast time to kill, using something like the M4, the M13, or the AK-47, I put my sight on somebody, I start shooting, and they just need to stop sprinting and pull the trigger with me in front of them for me to be deleted from the game. Why not push out an impromptu nerf to the gun? This game has tons of quality of life things that need to be worked on, from challenges not tracking to Xbox One X crashes while in party chat. The list is much longer than that. I'm just being generous to the time limit of this video. But my point is, you need to be more proactive on this, Infinity Ward. You just need to be. This game is a lot of fun for me right now. A lot of people don't like your game, okay? From what I'm seeing, people are calling it Call of Claymore Camping Warfare. The people that like their Call of Duty games insufferably fast, all the time, already don't like your game. Your game punishes people for rushing by having increased footstep sounds, less situational awareness because of your minimap and compass system, powerful claymores that are affected by the shrapnel perk, and the overall design of the maps. You do not need to have a shotgun that can lock down an entire rooftop seamlessly on top of that. Unless 3 people attack an Olympia user, they're not going to win. If that person hears your footsteps and you're coming up into their area, whether it's a small rooftop, building, height advantage spot on some map, I don't know, you're likely not gonna win. It's too damn powerful. You've been told constantly that it's too damn powerful. Several influencers in the community are talking about how it's too damn powerful. It just ruins gunfights. It's ruining my enjoyment of the game. And you're waiting for what? To get it just right before you nerf it? No. I'm sorry, Fortnite does this properly. Vault the damn thing and bring it back in later. Now, maybe you don't have to vault it, because people still want to level it up and progress with it, but in all honesty, it's a very simple change. Obviously, a 2-shot shotgun needs to reward a player playing in close range. They only have 2 shots, and it needs to work. It's going to be frustrating in that situation anyway. The problem you have is the amount of damage it's doing at range. So, here's what you do. You buff the slugs and increase pellet spread and nerf damage range. That way, if somebody wants to use it at a mid-range engagement, because that's how they want to run it, they want to run it like the Boss G from Rainbow Six Siege, that's totally fine with me. Because when I get close to them, they can't just hip fire it in my general direction twice and just delete me from the goddamn game. I'm using the word delete because there's not a lot of ways to fight it. And this is even worse for people that are trying to use guns like the Uzi or the lever action or the Kar 98. Those guns in those ranges where the Olympia is powerful right now have no chance. This game launched in a terrible enough state, and I know you guys at Infinity Ward are working hard, and I respect that. But this is ruining people's fun now. It's being consistently reported to you that it's being used in an improper way. I don't even know how between the beta and launch you guys okayed this. Did you not go on one of your maps in a private match and fire it and see where 1-shot kills at, or even 2-shot kills at? Have you not seen the range? Have you not played your own game right now? Hop into a match right now, and you will see people leading lobbies with a double-barrel shotgun because it's that good. Slow down the sprint out time, slow down the reload. I cannot take 12 months of, don't worry guys, that's getting fixed in the next big patch. If something's ruining the game, I would hope that you would take care of it in a timely manner. Not a week after people started complaining about it, not a week after people were sending you Twitter videos about it. And even in the beta, people said the M4 was too good, and it's ruling the game, okay? It's overused. I think the Kilo and M13 are comparable to the M4. I think in the right hands, so is the FAMAS. But we had this problem back in Infinite Warfare with the NV4 where it wasn't necessarily overpowered, but it was overused due to its ease of use. The Kilo is not great up close, the M13 is not great at a distance, the M4 is the middle ground between those two. You've put yourself in a pickle because if you make the M4 worse at range, then people will go to the Kilo. If you make it worse up close, people will go to the M13. The power vacuum will be immediately filled. So you guys definitely have your work cut out for you with the M4. But with the Olympia, the problem is clear. It's killing too consistently at too long of ranges too often. It absolutely negates gun skill. It negates gunfights. And when I'm using something like your terrible Uzi or FAL and I'm trying to level it up and learn it, and I'm just getting nailed by this spam cannon, it pisses me the hell off. Shotguns require the least amount of skill out of any weapon category. The only thing you need to do with a shotgun is stay in close range and keep your reticle on somebody. That's the only thing they require from you. They do not need any extra bonuses. In fact, more nerfs would be better. I prefer where the shotguns were in the beta compared to this because then they were kind of inconsistent and shitty and I wasn't dying by them all the time, and when I did, I didn't get angry. Now it's to the point that every time I get killed by the Olympia, I am tempted to leave the game because I know every time I get into a gunfight with that person, even if we have equal cover, even if we see each other at the same time, if I'm within that person's range, it is way more in his favor than it is mine. This is a fact. It is not my opinion. It is not my subjective experience. It's anybody's who's playing the game and paying attention with half a mind. And I want to say that the entire community using it as much as they are right now is almost like a beacon to you guys. Hey, we're using this, we're abusing this until you fucking fix it. And I can't blame them. I haven't seen a shotgun this overpowered in a while. This is Modern Warfare 2 spaz level bullshit. After the feedback you guys got in the beta, you provided us a massive overcorrection, and you need to be more timely with your fixes so the game doesn't feel unplayable throughout many gunfights for an entire week. We need to be quicker on this. It's okay to release a little update that reduces the range of a gun or increases the recoil on a gun. We don't need to wait for the next big patch. I don't want the game to be miserable between patches. Little fixes are fine. That's the summary of this video. It's gone on for a while because I need to get this off my chest because it's infuriating as I'm trying to learn and love this game that this is persisting, and I'll shake my fist to make another bitchy video if this is not fixed within the next 5 days. This has gone on too long. Thank you guys for watching. See you when I see you. Sorry this video was not as chipper as I'd like it to be. Goodbye.
Assist your team at sea. We've lost the sea.